Alright, so the last type of factorization that we're going to learn today is called the quadratic factorization. So this is by far the most difficult type of factorization that we will encounter. Okay, so let's take a look at this example, x squared plus 2x minus 3. So if you look at this, right, there's no common thing, and definitely we can't do grouping, because in order to do grouping, we minimally must have 4 things in 4 terms lah. Okay, so what should we do to factorize this? Okay, so let me just write down here. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 3. So there's no common thing. Definitely we can't do grouping. Okay, so what should we do is we should draw one thing here. Okay, so you look at the first thing, x squared, right? So how can I split x squared? Means that what times what equal x squared? Should be x multiplied by x, right? Okay, so this is how I can so-called separate my x squared. Okay, then after that I look at the minus 3. So minus 3, how can I what times what equal minus 3? So there are two ways, right? So I can use minus 3 times 1. So maybe I try this, minus 3 times 1, because minus 3 times 1 is negative 3, right? So okay, then after that we must do our cross multiplication to see whether we can get our second term. Okay, so second term is your 2x. So let's do our cross multiplication. So x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Okay, then after that x times 1. So this is called cross or cross multiplication. So x times 1 is 1x. Or you can just put x. So in between this negative 3x and 1x is actually a invisible plus sign. So I must add up both of these terms. Okay, so if you see negative 3x plus 1x, you should get negative 2x. Then after that, okay, so you check the negative 2x here and you check the 2x here. So you can see there are two different things, because 2x, although the number and the alphabet is the same, but the sign is different. So so we cannot accept this. Okay, so in this case I have done my factorization wrongly. Okay, so why not, instead of putting negative 3 times 1, right, maybe I put positive 3 times negative 1 to see whether I can get the correct answer or not. Okay, let's try one more time. So this one is a bit of trial and error. So let's try one more time. So same thing, separate the xx. Okay, now instead of negative 3 times 1, I use 3 multiplied by negative 1 to see whether I can get positive 2x, right? Okay, so let's try again. X times 3, 3x plus. So x times negative 1 is negative 1x. So 3x plus negative 1x. So the negative always win. So 3x minus 1x is positive 2x. So in this case, is correct, because we must ensure that the 2x here and the positive 2x here is the same. Then after that, we can do our do our factorization already. Okay, so now everything is the same, right? Then we put a bracket already. So x plus 3, x minus 1. So x plus 3 is, I can just factorize this. Then after that, x minus 1. So now I have done my quadratic factorization. Okay, so how do I, of course you can do back your expansion to see whether you can get back the original form right here. Okay, so let's do our expansion. So let's see, x multiplied by x multiplied by negative 1, positive 3x, then after that negative 1. So x squared minus x plus 3x minus 3. So you should get x squared plus 2x minus 3. So it's consistent. So if I do back my expansion, I should get back the same thing. Alright, so this is how we do our quadratic factorization. Of course, sometimes we will encounter even more challenging problem. So example, because just now I give you this, right? You notice that our x, this x square is 1x square. But sometimes they might give you other. means like 2x squared or even 6x squared. So how should we solve it? Okay, so let's take a look at one of the example. Let's take a look at exercise 5, question 1. Okay, so question 1, you notice that we have 6a squared minus 7a minus 20. So let me just write down here. So 6a squared minus 7a minus 20. Okay, let me double check. Okay, all right. So so this one is a more challenging problem because 6a squared there is many ways. So it means that maybe I can use 6a times a. I can use 3a times 2a. Then after that, last is your minus 20. So minus 20, I can also have many ways of multiplying, right? So example, minus 10 times 2, minus 5 times 4, or even minus 20 times 1. Okay, so this one we definitely need to try and error. Okay, so let me just try this question to start the ball rolling. So 6a, maybe I will split this 6a square into, before that I draw a table. So 3a multiplied by 2a. Alright, okay, so minus 20, maybe I will use minus 5 times 4. So minus 5 times 4. Alright, okay, so let's try. So cross. So 2a times minus 5 minus 10a plus 3a times 4, 12a. Okay, so you can see 2a, right? So it's wrong because I must get negative 7a right here. So I can't accept this. Okay, why not I change this a bit? So let's try this. Minus 5 I put here times 4 here. Okay, so let's change a bit. Okay, so 2a times 4 is 8a, right? Plus 3a times negative 5 is negative 15a. So 8a plus negative 15a is minus 7a. So this is correct because it's the same, right here. Okay, you must see that they are the same, then you can accept. So after seeing that they are the same, you put bracket right here and put a bracket right here. So the factorization is equal to 3a plus 4 bracket. And after that, 2a minus 5 bracket. So this is how we do our more challenging quadratic factorization. Okay, so now you can try the rest of the question.